Well, per usual. Now I gotta make sure I keep this cover on because I don't got no clothes on up under here at all because I was burning up last night. I had to get up and turn the heat down. The heat was on 80 and I was uncomfortable, so I had to. You're gonna have air. Anywho, last night, for one, the kids had went to sleep kind of early. Everybody was in bed sleep at like 8:30. Literally, the whole house was asleep, including me. I made that pepper steak and rice, and everybody came home from school and ate them some food, and we was out for the count, chilling. But then, Tobias had ended up calling me. Tobias had ended up calling me like around 8:50, I think, 9 o'clock, somewhere in there. I had ended up talking to him on the phone for like 3 hours. And then, when he went on break and said he was going to call me back, I had just ended up turning on me some sleep music, meditation music or whatever, and dozing back off because I was tired. I wasn't really feeling my greatest anyway. I was suffering with heartburn. So I got me a water bottle, turned the heat down after I got off the phone with him. Then I went back to sleep. And in the midst of me sleeping or whatever, I was sleeping pretty good. And then this is like God was telling me to wake up, which is normal. That happens to me all the time. God wakes me up out of my sleep all the time. Usually to channel a message or something like that, or, something of that nature. But last night, God was telling me, like, wake up. And I woke up. But I couldn't move. And it was pissing me off that I couldn't move. Because for one, I had needed to go to the bathroom. And I wanted to move. Like, okay, God woke me up. It's time for me to get up, walk around or something. Maybe it's time for me to channel a message or anything like that. And I swear to you, I could not get up. I was just laying down on my back or whatever. And I could see everything. The whole entire house and everything like that. Well, I could see the roof is what I'm saying because I was laying on my back. And if I turned my head, I could see out through the hallway and the bathroom and everything. And my baby, I had told him to sleep in his room, but he ended up just sleeping in the doorway of my room because I have that door right there and it leads to the hallway and my room and, stuff like that. So my baby, he ain't want to sleep in his room last night. He ended up just plugging up his tablet and sleeping by the doorway. So I kept on looking on the floor and I could see Mally or whatever, but I couldn't call him and I couldn't do nothing but move my fingertips like this. So I'm on the bed moving my fingertips, trying to make some noise, to get somebody to hear my attention. To get, to hear me. I was trying to get someone else's attention. So I was moving my hands and I couldn't. Nobody could hear me. So I was really upset and I was trying to scream for help, but I couldn't open my mouth. So I was just like, and nobody could hear me because I could even hear myself and I was too low for anybody to hear me. And then I thought I seen Mir coming down the stairs to use the bathroom. So I was trying to call my son to come and help me and he couldn't hear me. And it's like he looked in my room, but then it's like, oh, mommy sleep or whatever. So he just went back upstairs. So then I started crying like a tear had came out of my eye or whatever because couldn't nobody hear me. And then God was like, look out the window and make sure it's not nobody standing on your porch, or make sure it's not no cars outside of your house, like people is trying to do stuff to your house or whatever. So I was just telling this to Tobias last night. If you can see, I kind of sleep with my blinds cracked a little bit, so you can see the porch and stuff through the night. So when God was telling me, like, make sure it's not nobody staring through your window, make sure it's not no weird cars outside your house or anything like that, all I could do was turn my head, my back. all I could do was turn my head this way, and I was looking out the window to make sure there was nobody on the porch. But I couldn't see nobody. And then he's like, look out the other window. So I turned this way to look out the other window that's in my room. But it was pitch black on this side, so I couldn't see if anybody was out there or not. But you could see straight through this window because the people have messed the blinds up, and only half of the window is covered up. You know, the blinds is pulled up. So the top half of the window is covered, but the bottom is not. And God was like, you know, somebody is trying to do something to your house. Somebody is outside of your house trying to send death magic in your house. You need to get up. Get up. And I kept trying to get up, but I couldn't move, but I was woke. My baby was like, that sounds like sleep paralysis. And it does, but it wasn't. It was demons attacking me in my sleep. And God was telling me in my sleep, like, no, you're 10 times more powerful than them. Like, you're not going to die. But I was so mad that somebody was attacking me in my sleep that I had just started crying. And I'm like, you got to get up. I was talking to myself like, Aaliyah, you have to get up. You have to get up. And I kept on trying to kick my legs. It just felt like I had an epidural. For any of the ladies who ever had an epidural, or if your body is like off of morphine or something and you just really doped up. Because when I had the 6 blood clots in my lungs or whatever, my heart was beating so fast that they had to give me morphine in order to get my heart rate to come down. So I know what it's like to have a dose of some morphine. And that's how I felt last night. It's like I was paralyzed to the fact of me trying to get up, but I was wide awake. I was wide awake. And God was like, no, stay awake and fight them off. And I told you I'd be fighting demons in my sleep. Not literally up fighting like a weirdo in the middle of the night or nothing like that. But my soul be fighting demons off in my sleep. And God was telling me, like, get up. Get up. Like, you have to get up. And I was thinking, like, I was down bad and they left your boy for dead. Girl, that fat nigga keep a loaf of bread. Because I was down bad. Like, I could not get up. And I was crying. And I'm like, okay, God, just help me get up. Help me get up. And then I snapped right out of it. Like, and I got up and I went into the kitchen. Got another water bottle. Walked around for a second. And then came and laid back down in bed. Like, okay, maybe it's over. Sure enough, soon as I laid back down and tried to doze back off again, it happened instantly again. And God like, wake up. So I woke back up. And the same thing. I couldn't get up. I woke up, but I couldn't get up. So I'm laying here. I'm like, okay, God, somebody is attacking me in my sleep. Like, I can't go to sleep right now. I just can't go to sleep right now. So it took me about like 5 or 10 minutes before I could move again. And then I grabbed my phone and I turned on some sleep music or whatever. And I'm like, okay, God, just, help me or whatnot. I was looking down at my baby. I'm like, oh, like, my baby is right there. He needs me or whatever. And then God had started talking to me. And he was like, somebody is sending death magic at you or whatever. And it hit you in the form of, like, I'm telling y'all, in September, I had got pulled over by the police and I went to jail. I was on the way to get some food and I had ended up going to jail. That's when I found out that whoever is supposed to, the principal at Brenda Scott had went to court and made all these false documents and paperwork against me and shit. And my stomach was hurt. My stomach and my head was hurting so bad when I was in jail. But I was thinking at that time, like, actually, it wasn't even me thinking. I know that I had got pregnant or whatever. And I was already late for my period and everything. Like, I already knew what type of time it was. And I just was waiting on the confirmation from the doctor so I could end up telling Tobias. But I ended up getting pulled over this particular day and taking me to jail for no reason. And my head was in there hurting so bad. And I had finally was like, okay, I need to ask them for something like a pain pill. And as soon as they gave me the quote unquote Tylenol or whatever for my headache, my stomach started cramping so bad. And then I had started bleeding. And I'm like, damn, did they give me something, to make me have a miscarriage or something? Like, what the fuck? Why is my stomach hurting so bad? But this is supposed to be a pain pill. to make my head stop hurting, but it made my stomach start cramping so bad, and then I ended up starting to bleed. And that's so crazy, because I was talking to one of the ladies in there, and they was all like, yeah, what if you're pregnant, and what if somebody pregnant, and blase split. Y'all know everybody was up in my medical history except me. And then I'm like, I do need to tell my friends something or whatever. They like, oh, don't tell them just yet, don't tell them just yet, or whatnot. It's like people was just wishing death magic on me or whatever, and instead of it hitting me, it hit my baby, and that's what I was getting the download last night. Like, no, it hit the baby or whatever. And that's why you started bleeding and cramping so bad or whatnot. And I'm never going to let that go. I'm never going to let that go. But then, and that was September 16th, I believe. That was September 16th. And then, that's why I know I'm having a rainbow baby. Because my baby got to come back. Because it's meant to be here. Or whatever. So God was giving me that information last night while this sleep paralysis, if that's what a professional would want to call it, but I was really fighting off demons or whatever. Somebody kept sending me death magic. And God was like, you already told them yesterday that you're 10 times more powerful than them. You're 10 times more powerful than these witches and practitioners. Like, don't be scared or nothing, just wait till it bypasses. But it's not even that I was scared. I was mad because I knew that I was being attacked, and I knew why I couldn't move. That ain't ever happened to me before. I don't have no fucking sleep paralysis, no sleep apnea, or none of that bullshit. Somebody was definitely attacking me in my sleep. And then Miss God was telling me, like, this is not the first time, this is the second time. And there's like, they sent death magic at you to purposely kill your baby. Like, to purposely do that. So that's another reason I wasn't just so quick to tell Tobias what was going on or nothing. But I keep going to the doctor and asking them to give me an ultrasound or a test or stuff like that. Or whatever. And it's deeper than what people know. So, God was giving me all that information last night. Like, it hit you, that death magic the first time it hit your baby in September. But I'm having a rainbow baby and have another baby. I just am. It don't matter if Tobias talk about he fixed or none of that shit. You better stop nutting it. Anywho, it was meant to be. It's always going to be, regardless. Like, God's plan is just God's plan. But last night, somebody kept on sending me death magic. And it's just so sad that people just won't give up. And then you got to know the karma of sending me. Imagine somebody sending me death magic, and now I'm up making a video. You know that you got to come back to you, right? Because what goes around comes around, and what goes up must come down. And a backfire gonna happen to somebody. So being that I'm still alive, that means it's coming to hit you or somebody close to you, or a friend, a family member, a child, or something. The death magic that you were sending towards me last night, it has to come back to your family. But yes, God was telling me that last night, and that pissed me off too. It made me start crying in my sleep, but I kind of knew it already. Like, somebody was purposely trying to kill my baby in September. Like, I was pregnant. I know I was. And they kept sending me death magic because don't nobody want me to have a baby by this man. And that's another reason, again, I wasn't in such a rush to be telling him. But again, keep going to the doctor because it's something going on. But yeah, it was so crazy. It was so crazy. So God was telling me, like, you gonna have a rainbow baby because they purposely made you have a miscarriage, and your baby you're gonna get right back pregnant because you're meant to have a baby by this person. It's like they can't stop my plans, and they can't kill you either, but they'll try it. They've been trying it, and it's just so terrible. And then that's making me think of this video that randomly popped up on my timeline the other day with this reader, and she was saying, like, somebody is pregnant with a child, and this child is meant to be here. It's like they sent all type of death magic towards you, and the death magic is not taking this baby out. Like, this baby is supposed to be here. This baby's supposed to come into the world. She was like, somebody's going to find out, like, they just had a cryptic pregnancy, and it's going to be like on the TV show, like, I didn't know I was pregnant, because it's God's plan to hide this pregnancy. Like, the woman not going to look pregnant for real, or nothing like that, because it's God's plan for the baby to come into this world, and everybody don't want it to come. They trying to kill it. And in her reading, she was saying it's 12 women that's having this same type of issue go on. It's supposed to be 12 babies that's born or whatever, and they're special children, and somebody keep trying to kill them. Like, the doctors won't tell the woman that she pregnant. The doctor be trying to prescribe little shit or do shit to make them come to the hospital to give them something that'll kill the baby and all types of shit like that. So I was listening to that reading, and it was really resonating. And that was her first time ever popping up on my timeline or whatever. So, this is crazy, but death magic. God kept waking me up out of my sleep 2 times last night. God kept waking me up out of my sleep, and it's calling it death magic. He like, they're trying to kill you. You have to get up and go walk around the house. So I did. I was walking around the house. Mind you, I was walking around this bitch naked because I told you it was hot, and I ended up taking off my clothes or whatever because I was hot. And I was walking around. I had went to look out the front window. Wasn't no cars out there. I had walked around, closed the basement door and everything. And as soon as I came back and laid down, boom. It's like, yeah, oh, she sleep again. Let's do it again. And I was really trying to call for help, but my mouth went open. I'm just like, hitting on the bed, trying to see if, like, maybe my baby would hear me and he would go upstairs. I could tell him to go upstairs and get one of the big kids or something. But the sound coming out my mouth was just not long enough. It's like somebody was smothering me with a pillow. And I was like, but the thing is, I could breathe perfectly fine. I just couldn't move. And my eyes were open and I could see. It's not like when I said I died and came back to life, because all I could do was hear, but I couldn't see. I could see perfectly fine. I could see my house, my room. I could look out the windows and everything. And God was saying, they're sending death magic to you in your house. They're sending death magic. Wake up. Walk around. Get up. Get up. And I was getting so fucking mad because I couldn't get up. It's like demons, they was trying to take me the fuck up out this bitch. And God like, no. You stronger than them. Like, don't panic, just relax. So I had to just lay here until, but the whole time I could still like twiddle my fingers. I couldn't even twiddle my toes. I could just move my fingers. So that's how I was just making sure, okay, like, stay calm, move your fingers. You know, like on Aquila and the Bee, when Keke Palmer she would tap her fingers to know how to keep a rhythm to spell the words. I was just tapping my fingers to make sure, like, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive. I was talking to myself, like, stay alive, don't panic. And then about 5 or 10 minutes to go, and I could get up. And I got up again, walked around or whatever. Went to use the bathroom, came back to lay down, turned on some sleep music. When I say sleep music, I mean like binaural beats?
Hello, I'm back.
Or whatever. You know, angelic music. I was turning it on and to go to sleep. But it was so crazy. God was really telling me that last night. Like, they already did this to you one time and it took your baby. That was your protection. Like, they wanted to take you, but it took the baby instead. And I was hearing, like, you're going to get pregnant with the baby. I mean, it's going to be a miracle baby, a rainbow baby, a baby that's supposed to be here to change the world. And that's why you under such heavy attack. I was getting that. I was getting the download. And I couldn't get up. And that was so fucked up. So, I just wanted to jot that down in my digital diary. The kids trying to get ready to catch an Uber to school or whatever. And hopefully their daddy can pick them up. Mari suspended, Mally staying home. He's still missing a shot. And then, you know, but even God was telling me to keep Mally home for a minute anyway. And that's so funny because Mally always tell me, like, Mommy, I'm supposed to protect you. My baby always tell me that. He like, Mommy, I'm your bodyguard. I protect you. My 5-year-old, he tell me that all the time.
sleep while my movie is still playing.
Yep, mommy got up and turned your tablet off in the middle of the night. That's why I said I was perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Knocked out. Then when Tobias called me, I was still fine. Talked to him on the phone for 3 hours. And then when he was on break, he told me he was going to call me back when he got back off a break. So that has to be like around 11:30, 12 o'clock, 12:30 midnight break or somewhere up in there. But I was like, okay, you know, he chilling, he eating, he, you know, chopping it up with his coworkers or whatever. I'm about to just go back to sleep. And if he called me, I'd wake back up. But no, somebody instantly started attacking me like soon as me and him got off the phone. Shit is crazy. But I just had to jot that down because you bitches, I'm doing a return to sender today. I got more than enough motherfucking eggs. Okay? But yes, y'all have a good day. I love you guys. I'm so glad to be up and awake and everything like that. Like, I could sit up. Because, baby, I couldn't do this. I couldn't do this. I could not. I could not. I could not. I'm trying to tell you. And they were watching me. Like somebody sent death magic to me and then was watching me, hoping and praying that I can die, getting madder and madder and madder that I was not dying. Well, y'all have a good day, guys. I love y'all. Once I get up and put some clothes on and get up and walk around, I may make another video. But I'm about to just say my prayers and thank God for waking me up this morning and all of my children. So, yes. No hearts. Lily and Lex, I hear y'all. Motherfucking kids. Oh, I guess y'all ain't getting no hearts this morning. Love you guys. Oh, shit. Y'all.